What's good, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of the Royal Roundtable podcast. It's a live podcast, by the way. If you couldn't tell, we're on Twitch now. Obviously, the playbacks will be uploaded to YouTube over on my channel, /FireNegro. You can see that there is a Twitter in the description section. Also, if you guys are watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, definitely be sure to follow. I guess subscribe if you want to. It's optional, obviously. Obviously, you got the perks and everything at the bottom of the actual stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely be sure to hit the like button. And normally, I know like we would have like icons on the actual screen, but since everybody's here, we're trying to get everybody. I tried to get everybody here so you get used to everybody's voices and all that. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So, Omari, if you can like stop that echo, that'd be great. And you have like an echo, you're like mad loud. So for this time, I'm gonna have like the alerts and obviously the normal stuff that we have on these streams on here, just to have something on the screen. And thank you so much for the follows, everyone. Also, and hi, how's everybody doing? Hi, if you guys are new to this right here, if you don't follow regularly, my name is Nick. I go by CrimsonCBad on YouTube, and these are my friends. Unfortunately,
I hate Mikey.
Oh.
What it is, what it do,
what
folks.
The hell, dog?
It is your boy, TheeMikeyJ in the place. And just because, and you know what? I just want to start by saying thank you, Nick. And I want to start by saying I'm nervous as well. I've been thinking about this podcast all week, and I just like, yo.
I want you to know. I want you to know.
Really, really dope.
I want you to know, like, people that don't know, obviously, this entire thing has been in the works for the past, I want to say, since when was the first pack? When was the PAX East this year? It was like March, April.
PAX East is in March.
Yeah, it was like it was in March.
Never again go to PAX East in March.
It was in March, and it was cold as hell, and we were just sitting here, and we were like, oh hey, we're going to do a podcast. Let's actually do a podcast. Let's do it. And literally because of like timing and scheduling and everybody else is like on their other stuff, I decided to say fuck it, let's go the whole back to school route. So in case you're watching this let's say in the future, or like I said, the playback on YouTube, and you're watching this long little video, it's something like just chill out and just kind of just talk, listen to the conversation that goes on, and get to know some new people. Like I said, obviously everybody's links will be in the description section below. If you guys hear them in the podcast, they will be here, obviously. So hi everybody, how's everybody's day?
Hola.
Yo, I just got a new car. I'm great, Nick. How are you?
You got a new car, huh?
Yeah, I told you about that.
Hey,
I got that out.
Cars.
Two new cars, nigga. What?
That's that stream money.
You trying to let me one?
Yeah, I got robbed.
I got robbed. Yo, where's Omari at? Omari, are you here?
Am I?
Are you?
I am here. Yeah, I'm here.
I love you,
Hey,
nigga.
there.
Don't love me.
Oh,
hey, I gotta
are
go
you okay?
soon. I just want to pop my
Have some
head in,
respect, bro.
say hi,
Hey, Chef.
and also pussy.
Thank you, Seth.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
But wait, Seth, consensual pussy, right?
Do you need anything from me before I go?
No, I think that's kind of it. That's kind of it.
Are we doing the young sapling episode?
No.
Oh
we're
my
not.
god. Oh my god. It's the first episode. Yo, we have to have a young sapling episode. It actually has to happen. It has to happen, dog. All right. So peep game. The Royal Roundtable and how this is gonna work is it's essentially where me and my friends, if you've seen them on YouTube videos, you've seen me tweeting at them, obviously you know who they are. And like I said, if not, all that is gonna be worked out afterwards. And how this works is we already have like we're gonna have like our own discussions and stuff, like just for us to just chill, talk and all that stuff. And then near to the end, I want to say like maybe like the last 10-5 minutes, we're gonna have the chat actually go ahead, the live chat rather, go ahead and ask us some questions just for this episode probably. And then for the other ones, if you guys want to do that, we can. But for this one, since this is the first one, more so this is kind of just going to be focused on getting to know everybody that's here, getting to know everybody that's going to be here, and I guess just regular conversation with you all, because like I said, this is the first actual episode, so thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. And I'm really mad Noel, Nexus couldn't be here. They're all either asleep or outside having lives or whatever, but it's totally fine. Are you okay,
Nexus
Mikey?
is asleep.
Okay, I'm just waiting for you to shut the fuck up so I can talk.
Okay, talk then. Talk.
Felony charges.
Anyway,
in 30 seconds.
this episode today is going to be basically getting to know everybody, like Nick said, and I want to start off by saying that I'm awesome. Yeah.
Dog, what?
Wow.
That's what you interrupted Nick for?
That's
You interrupted
literally
him to reiterate what he said. Okay.
Yes. No. But seriously, this is kind of like our brainchild. More so Nick's than anything. But I'm going to be here every single episode unless I die or something. But yeah.
Still hoping on that.
Nick just heard you're gonna be in the episode, got immediately discouraged.
But every episode,
No, that's not true.
Just depending on what's going on with my life, I'll be here each and every time.
Obviously,
So,
I have to be here. I have to be. If I'm
Nick
actually,
doesn't-
if I'm not here, like that ass, I could just give somebody the like the information to the Twitch and they can just live off that.
Like you said,
Yeah,
you always
yeah.
be here, so.
So like even if I'm not able to make it on certain occasions, I'm pretty sure I can get like somebody to do it. So there should be no like pauses out of nowhere. You know?
Yeah.
So-
We shouldn't have to cancel the Royal Round for 1 week simply because somebody's not showing up.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna be Nick, it's gonna be me. If it's not gonna be me, it's gonna be Nick. So
Wait, what?
Well, what if it's not?
Okay, I was say, but it's not both of us. I don't know how that works.
it's not gonna pan out that way unless like we both die in the same car crash.
You know what I'm not
Hey,
ready
hey.
for?
Just all come together.
What, Chase?
I was just Mikey's giving away the secrets.
Oh no! You know what I'm not ready for though? Like since we do like YouTube and like Twitch, a lot of us do. I'm not ready for the back to school stuff, honestly. Since we're
My
here, this
kids
is the
are
first.
already-
This
my
is gonna
kids
be like
are
the
already-
first topic. You feel me?
I can't wait for the back to school stuff. I need my money
Why?
to come through. I'm struggling right
Oh
now.
yeah, because you get grants and stuff.
Yeah.
Dog, I have
Moving.
dog. My little brother actually gets his stuff. He literally just got done filling out his papers and shit. And like every year they give him like $2,500, or every what's that? How does that work? semester or course or
Well,
whatever.
Yeah, every semester he gets like 2,500. Hey, that's about the same that I get.
It's 2,500, and I you know what's crazy? They gave it to him in a check because he doesn't have a bank account. And I'm like, why does he have a bank account? He should actually have a bank account so he can put it in there. He have a card. What are you doing? You know, like, and I want you to know, I was on my mom's ass. I was like, why does he not have a bank account? What the hell is going on? You're giving this man $2,500 in a fucking check, and he doesn't have a bank account. Why is that a thing? You know, like, why do you
Better hit
not?
up Young Walmart.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why does he not have like a bank account? How come he can't cash it? What are you guys doing? So I think actually I think it's like this week or next week, and they're gonna take him to like maybe like Chase or somewhere to get his stuff open so that we can go put the money in the account. That way he can actually go ahead and do his thing. I know a lot of people actually are going back to school. I assume they're going
Yeah, a lot of
back
people are.
to school.
I know a couple of people like already started.
Yeah.
My kids are already in school.
I actually just signed up
In
for college.
August?
I mean, yeah, in August, yeah.
In
Yo, what
August.
the hell?
That's
people
normal.
like down south, like people in like Florida and shit. Like I got like relatives, like little cousins and stuff that are out there. They start. That's because they finished in like the middle of May. I want to say.
Yeah.
So like
They
they're
go,
already
they go
starting
back a
school.
lot earlier. Up here in Michigan, they don't go back until like September.
Yo, you know what I don't
They go until like mid-June.
I don't like those year-round schools, dog. They have like what they have like what? It's 2 months of summer, and then like they don't have. I think they get the regular days off for like a regular elementary
Over here,
public
it
school.
depends on how many snow days we get. If we get like a lot of snow days, then like it cuts into the school year, and like niggas won't be.
Yeah, that's how it is for mine regularly.
Like June, early July has happened before.
Has anybody been to like a year-round school, or, like known somebody that's in a year-round school? I actually have never, because I remember talking to this is like a while back. I don't know why I remember this. I think it was just for the conversation. I remember like being in, this is like freshman year, and freshman year actually they gave us like these, like, you know how they have the schools have like their own schedules for the remainder of the year, like certain events and all that stuff like that. The district that we were in had like and we were like track D or some shit, and then they like had year-round schools, public schools, private schools being like track A, track B, track C, and I didn't know the difference between none of this shit because they had like different schedules, different like off days. They celebrate their holidays different than we do. And
Yeah, that shit's weird.
yeah, so since we're like a public school, we were on track D. So our regular like years and how our holidays were spent and how our days off were spent were pretty much the normal everyday thing. But because the districts have so many different types of schools, you have like the private schools that do like their own shit. They have like fall, winter break, fall break, spring break, and then regular summer break. So like they have hella breaks in between. Then you have like the year-round schools that get like random months off, or random like 2 or 3 weeks off out of nowhere.
Right.
So
at that point, it's just like, when the hell do you go to the next grade?
Yeah. So I didn't know how that stuff like worked. I didn't know how that works at all. I still actually to this day have no idea. And I've been in like the area for like my entire life. I just never bothered to actually go ahead. I mean, even now, like I'm grown as hell. I don't have to worry about school and stuff like that. But I mean, like, so for somebody like Mikey, you know, he has kids. It's like, how does that work? How does that scheduling work?
Really, I just schedule myself to be free around the time they get out of school and when they go. I mean, other than that, it's just like I got nothing but free time. Mm-hmm. But as far as it impacting my YouTube, it's actually boosting my productivity, because I know now, since I don't have to worry about them coming down here while I'm recording and asking me questions, a million different questions and shit.
Right.
I can record, stream if I need to, record. All right, free myself up at like 1 o'clock. And basically, like, you know, look out for them, get me something to eat, all that kind of shit. And, you know, once they get home, you know, make sure they're quiet, all that kind of stuff, and get back on the grind. So it really doesn't affect me that much as far as back to school, but I can tell, like, as far as, you know, views and shit, yeah, they're definitely
Can I get a squee from the god himself, please? So he's not gonna say hi, nigga? Nexus?
He's
You're not gonna keep
Nexus.
He's building up this.
Can you stop like breathing? Can you stop breathing?
He's building it up.
Dog, just say hi.
Hit that shit, Nexus.
Fuck, you wanna squeeze? Hi, what? Hi.
Nigga, you just woke up. Oh my god. That was so anticlimactic.
No, Nexus. Oh my god.
I thought we were getting a squeeze.
I thought we were getting a squeeze.
Wait, wow, we streaming?
Yeah, we're live right now, Nexus.
We're live. Welcome to the first episode of the Royal Roundtable.
Bro,
that was so.
We're not doing the podcast.
Yes, we are. Dog, go on Twitter. Dog, go on Twitter right now, dog. Go on Twitter right now.
Worst impression, man. I'm coming back.
he just leaves. He just left.
Squeeze.
What the fuck is that? What? Omari,
I couldn't start off on a bad first impression, man. What's
up? Who told him he could?
I don't know why he literally just left and came right back. But all right, Omari, can you actually tell me how does like your vacations and shit work? And by the way, hold on, before you get into that, Mikey, just give it a minute, because when the back to school views start hitting, that's when you'll feel it. Because there's nothing wrong with productivity. It's like, obviously your kids are gone, you know, you have more time to yourself. But like the first, like, and this goes for like January and even like the first 2 weeks.
January is the death sentence.
Yeah. Like the first 2 weeks of the year, like you're gonna get that. You're gonna definitely get that. So it's about to be powerful.
I'm all too familiar with January.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, January.
Like my last January was actually better than November and October.
Dog, can we talk about I want to talk about YouTube and like YouTube standings. My January was better than the past 6 months.
My February was my best month.
What we talking about here?
Well, we were talking about the whole back to school thing, like how does it affect YouTube, then like people's dictions or whatever. I was literally just about to ask Omari before you came in about like how their breaks work over there in the UK.
Yeah.
Don't they just play rugby and like possibly live or some shit like that?
That's not what happened.
I know somebody in the chat.
Let's get some fish and chips, bloke. Fuck a YouTube.
What the hell? That's so. Is that racist? That's not even racist. It can't be racist.
It's not even racist.
It's not even racist. It's stereotypical. Yeah. I mean, can you blame him though? Like the most public, I guess, the most known
general consensus.
The general consensus of how the European people are is the well sophisticated, snobby ass. Like what are you looking for? Like that's just how they look. I'm sorry. But then Omari's black, so Omari, have you met like a black snobby European nigga? That's not Omari. Omari's way too humble. But like, dog, have you met one before? Blimey.
Yes.
Who said that?
Why was that your go-to word?
It was. I just saw it in the chat. I was like, I just saw Blimey. I'm like, oh, Blimey, mate. What's the problem?
We picked up Omari from the airport, right? First thing he says to me is, you know, you're kind of gassed up.
What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
What are you talking about? He was like, you're not nearly as tall as people said you were.
He's not as tall as people make him out to be.
Bloody wanker, but you can't flex. He got a big ass dick though. Facts.
Hey. These facts. That nigga back.
You weren't supposed to agree. You weren't supposed to agree. You weren't supposed to agree. You were not supposed to agree, man. You just weren't.
Bro, what the fuck?
You just weren't supposed to agree. You just weren't supposed to agree at all.
Y'all niggas gonna be stopped, man.
What are you talking about?
Well, apparently, Nick, somebody in the chat said that they only get 6 weeks of vacation in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that high school or is that college?
No, that's all. That's all.
That's all the school systems. Is just 6 weeks.
Until about
this guy didn't specify. He just said 6 weeks.
6 weeks is
until about like university. At university, you get like from May to like late September, early October.
Damn, that's not bad. Months? I remember my my high school that I came to or went to before I moved out here. We got out in May and we didn't touch school till like the middle of September.
Absolutely.
So we got like the middle of May. I think it's like maybe like the 14th. We got like, oh hey, you guys can go now, do your finals. And then when September came, there you go. But I think that's only because we had longer days, because our days would start at like 7:45 and we wouldn't get out till like maybe like 3:30.
That was how my schedule worked when I was in high school.
What's happening?
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Look, man, me and Nexus ain't talking forever.
Yeah, we've been trying to schedule some shit, bro. So I'm like, what's good? But what's good?
What's good? Well, first off, my name is Jeremiah. I go by Jeri. I go by Jeri. There's a nickname or Jeri.
Right. Tell him.
Jeri.
Y'all might.
Did you say Jer?
Yeah, Jeri.
Who calls you?
Nobody
Jer?
calls you Jer. No, it is not. Hey, y'all about to jump my boy Jeremiah. Hey, get off my man. Hey, get off of him. Get off of him. Stop it.
You sleeping, bro. I call this nigga Jer Bear. This nigga gonna flex.
Jer Bear? Huh?
I ship this right here.
Yeah.
We call Mr. Jeremiah Mr. Xiao Long, my guy.
Yeah, so speaking of that, actually, I'm gonna get to that in a bit, but yeah, I go by Jeremiah Isaiah. That's my online alias. That's actually my first and middle name, but my most common nickname is Jeri.
Name of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the word you
use.
That's not really nice, dog.
And I'm mostly known for
it was a nice word. What the fuck?
Crash Bandicoot content and stuff. Okay. And but I've branched out to do other things as well. Also do music, so that's the thing.
Speaking about that, I have a question for you when you get done. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go see what he wants to say. Go ahead.
I've also I've recently opened up a Patreon, and for the first time, it actually did pretty well. I'm at $41.
Hey, congrats.
I'm hoping in the future that it continues to grow. I have one video already finished for $15 patrons, so that's the thing. And I'm almost at 8.9K at the moment. I did a recent video, the Spyro the Dragon video, which blew up, but it kind of got out of hand because people are gullible, but that's another story.
Another story for another day, right? That's Tell these niggas another day. Yes. We're gonna blow those niggas away.
I actually have a question, Jeremiah.
What's up?
So how does it feel to, I guess, since we already had this conversation before, but I guess you know, more of like I guess you can elaborate on it more. How do you feel that Crash finally came back? Because I know I want you guys to know, I remember the actual first call we got Jeremiah on the whole like Crash Bandicoot game. I remember that. I remember the first dog. I want you to know we were having like a nostalgia call. We were like it was me, Nexus, Jeremiah, and I think Noel and Aaron. We were just sitting there and we were just talking about older games, like old ass PS1 games and the GameCube era, some 64 games. And we brought up Crash Bandicoot Classic, by the way. We brought up Crash Bandicoot, and Jeremiah for the past 3 years now,
4 years.
4 years have been like he's been on Crash Bandicoot's ass to the point where like official guys are like going to him and shit. It's crazy as hell. So I have a question. So how does it feel to actually have your like what I guess be right in a sense? Or I get it. I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but you know how I'm trying to say it.
How do I feel about Crash Bandicoot finally coming back?
Just finally coming back and doing so well, actually, that we might be able to get new games.
No, I think 100% we will, dude.
You're getting new games, 100%.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, I can. Okay, so the whole thing started when this game called PlayStation All Stars was a thing, and Crash was rumored to be in it. So that kind of also triggered a memory in addition to our convos that we had in the past with Noel and Aaron and the rest of them. I remember seeing the first leak of Crash being in All Stars. He was on the character roster.
That's a throwback.
And he was apparently fighting Fat Princess in one screenshot, but it was just a Photoshop edit. Ever since I've been like talking about that game and Crash Bandicoot itself, the series itself, people started to take an interest in it. And I'm assuming like prior to that, it was just nothing but speed runs and series of the games in the past. But when All Stars came up, that kind of gave the series somewhat of a new light or whatever. So yeah, after I started talking about him being in All Stars, but then he wasn't in All Stars, I started talking about the series itself after getting the games, because when All Stars became a thing, I wanted to play the games again. So I started playing the games again, and well, yeah, I started playing the games again, started discussing about the series again, and people wanted more. Well, I didn't really know. I just kept doing it as the years went by. And long story, not too long afterwards, I got myself caught up in a few messes.
I told you, stay out of that shit.
Yeah, I've been I didn't even know you around these times for real.
It was like far. It was far back.
Yeah,
I've known you since you were like 13, my G.
Yeah, I known this guy. I ain't gonna say his name, not out of respect, but just because I'm not gonna throw his name under the rug. But this guy lied to me and one of my former friends about Crash being in All Stars, but that didn't become a thing. And he also actually, I still have the audio recording actually, I'm not gonna play it, but he actually made fun of me. And mind you, this is a grown ass man. I was a young teen back then. He made fun of me, impersonating me as if, or giving off the impression that I'm a alien or whatever, and that
hello, what the
I believe anything that I see, which at the time I did believe a lot of things.
So you got caught in the clickbait, is what you saying?
I got caught into a lot of like Photoshop things, but it wasn't to a point where it was like nowadays people are making that shit like the thumbnails and this actual clickbait. Like I fell for these things, but I did videos talking about it because it was just nothing but passion.
You know what's really crazy? I get flack for that now. Like it's really wild because like there are a lot of rumors, there's a lot of like fake leaks, there's a lot of like photoshopped images and shit like that, right? And I realize like the smaller you get or the smaller you are, the more people are, I guess, you can just do it because nobody's gonna pay attention to you anyway. You know, that's what it feels like anyway. Because it's like I'm a small guy, nobody's gonna watch it, right? But then like the bigger you get, I feel like the audience themselves don't really like care too much about clickbait unless you tell them like up front, like, yeah, this is like this is what it is. Because what I do, what I'd like to do is I like to take like these quote unquote leaks or rumors, and I like to make videos on them, right? But because I make videos on them, and because like let's say Ultra Sun and Moon, they're new games, right? They're like really new games, right? If you make anything on a new game, you're automatically clickbait. Like you're automatic, like it doesn't matter. So it's like when I did like just earlier today, I uploaded like a fucking leak video, right? And I put rumor in the title, but then people are like, oh hey, it's clickbait. It's like, what's clickbait about it? It's actually like it's on, like it's about like whatever is in the title is what you see in the video. We talk about it. It's a discussion video. It's more so about like bringing news to the fact, especially Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We have gotten nothing on those games since the Lycanroc shit, and nobody really cares about the Lycanroc shit. Come on, dog, just a recolor. So it's like, is it really? Am I the bad guy for trying to bring some type of hype or some type of like discussions to the table about a game that we had known little to nothing about, or we talk about actual clickbait and it's like, oh hey, oh my god, new confirmed Alolan forms, and it's like that's just the title and it's like some fake ass Pokemon in the thumbnail. Like, is that like it's like on some furry shit? But you like, am I wrong like that? You know?
No,
am I wrong? Like, it's like okay.
I've actually All right, so I'm gonna bring up something that I'm gonna just bring it up anyway. So the person that made fun of me, his name was One Whip. No one knows him, but he's a part of the.
Hey! I thought you just said you weren't, and then you.
Well, I am now. Anyways, his name was.
Okay, that was kind of rude.
All right, his name was One Whip, and yeah. After the years went by, he kind of like blocked me or whatever. We don't really communicate at all. And funny enough, to answer your question about Crash coming back, well, that night at E3 last year when he got announced and sort of revealed with the whole Skylanders thing or whatever, I've had 4 people that cut me out of their lives because of this come back to me. And two out of 4 of them came back. They didn't apologize, but the timing was not coincidental because, you know, I'm just not a heavy believer into coincidences, but yeah, that happened. And recently, well, not recently, but latestly, I guess. So y'all know Coco, Bandicoot, Crash's Sisters, Playable, and Insane Trilogy or whatever. So prior to her reveal, there was this fucking YouTuber named Unlisted Leaf who actually did a Pokemon Stars video.
And we know about him, yeah.
He actually went. He was talking about Pokemon Stars briefly, but the main like meat of that video was him showing off gameplay of Coco Bandicoot prior to the official reveal, so he ruined it. And his dumbass even tweeted a picture of himself at Activision headquarters saying it's a top secret or whatever, even though you're contradicting the whole situation because now it's not a secret because people know that you're there.
You know you're getting serious. You clapping your hands like that.
I'm not clapping. I'm tapping my dresser.
Express yourself, G. Express yourself.
Yeah, I'm tapping my dresser. But yeah, that's.
I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat just said they clickbait their Tinder profiles. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm gonna do that, dog. I'm gonna do that.
That's the movement. That is actually the movement.
Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Exactly.
Yo, is that my boy Marcus?
But
why is his name Mercus? What the fuck type of shit is that?
Mercus name?
Don't ask me, bro. You gotta ask him.
Dog, what?
So, can I continue?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, after Crash came back or whatever, I was excited. I did videos on it and stuff. But soon, one of the ODS members that's unfortunately not here at the moment, he kind of like.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah, he kind of like he kind of foresaw this, and he mentioned in the past that even though I was there for the Crash Bandicoot series, once it comes back, there'll be people a lot bigger than me that's gonna do videos on it.
I told you that.
You know,
absolutely, to be expected.
Damn, Jeri, I really like Jeri talking about Jeri. Oh shit.
And speak of the devil you're talking about, right?
Yeah, but
this nigga always knows.
Yeah, but that happened, and it was disappointing with how the series turned out. But I wasn't too surprised. I have branched out to do more things, and I've been told that I'm better at actually doing like discussion videos.
I'm gonna say, I feel like and this goes back. Well, actually, this actually brings up a whole new conversation where everybody can chime in this time. I feel like everybody has like their own like set lanes for what they do. Like we do content creations. It's either on YouTube, Twitch. Some people, do promos when it comes to brands. Something, it's a lot of variety, and it's like not everybody can do playthroughs. Unfortunately, not everybody. You get on YouTube and you see people talk about video games. Majority of those video games are playthroughs or people just yelling over those. But then you have like that specific like niche where you like have that community for yourself. And you're like, okay, I'm good at commentary, or I'm good at actually playing the game, so I'm going to just do that. So that's where you like kind of fit in. So I think for you, your lane is those type of discussion commentary videos. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that at all, because you actually built like a solid fan base doing that, more so than just any playthrough. Exactly. If anything, that's more personality wise than anything, because you actually put out what you, I guess, feel towards certain events or certain topics, and whoever agrees with you, whoever doesn't agree with you, that's where the discussion comes from. It's about getting every side of the spectrum and kind of making them clash together. And like I said, there's a lane for that. So whatever. So it doesn't matter if that playthrough didn't do good, you know, because that's not where you grew up off of. That's kind of just a branch off at that point, you know.
You're right, because I did start off kind of discussing I did start off talking about doing commentary about the series or whatnot. So I see what you mean. I needed that because no one actually explained it to me in that way that I started off.
There's different lanes for everybody. No, because you know it's really crazy, and what's really wild, like it baffles me to this day because there's some Pokemon YouTubers. I'm not gonna say nobody's name, obviously, but they know who they are if they're watching this. But and it's not negative too. But it's like you know, you have people that come up on those type of discussion videos. They come up on those top countdowns or those actual like opinionated videos, right? And they grow up off of it. They build their following, they do all this extra stuff, and for whatever reason, when they try to branch off to doing playthroughs on their channels, it doesn't get as much views, obviously, because that's not where their niche is, right? But then, you know, they would go on Twitter or they'll complain to their following and be like, yo, where the hell are you guys at? Why is somebody watching my videos? And my thing is, you can't really get mad at the actual channel or none of the audience because that's not what you're known for. It's like me being 120,000 subscribers, right? I do mostly Pokemon. I can't be surprised that a Dragon Ball playthrough or just a video doesn't get as much views as the normal Pokemon thing does. You know what I'm saying? Same way as like Chase. Chase is here.
Hi.
He does shiny hunting, right? He does primarily Pokemon. That's where a lot of his following came from, right? But he can't be surprised that, oh hey, I'm streaming a entirely different game, so nobody's gonna watch it. You have to grow and you have to cultivate that audience to actually fuck with you, like, because at that point it's not about what you can't be mad that people come to you for a specific thing. That's where you, an influencer, a content creator, that's where you take that initiative and be like, okay, I'm going to take me as a personality, me myself, right? I put myself out there already. I want you guys to fuck with me more so than the game I'm playing. That's why a lot of people, whenever they quit too soon, I feel bad for them because, you know, they look at numbers and everybody gets all discouraged and stuff like that, and it sucks because it's like there's potential in everybody. I feel like if you come to YouTube, you have that bravery to put yourself out there. You know, there's a difference between an audience and a actual creator, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on, actually, not being blinded by these numbers for real.
So my thing is, you sit there and you grow off of whatever you want to grow off of, right? I understand, like, everybody has their own lane. You grow off of, let's say, whether it's Chase's example, shiny hunting, my example, let's plays. You do countdowns or just any video that you want, any video that you want to do. You can make a video on anything on YouTube, right?
All right.
But at some point, and I know a lot of people are going to relate to this, and even a lot of people here has related to this also, even myself, you're going to feel like, you know, you don't want to get trapped into a box. You don't want to get stuck into one lane. And being a content creator, that's smart. You know, you don't want to be stuck to one thing unless that's really what you want to do, because, you know, there is a ceiling at some point to whatever you're chasing, right? Yes. So it's like, would you rather be known for one thing that has a ceiling, or various, or are you trying to be like the jack of all trades damn near? Which is why I told you a long time ago, you specifically, I was like, I understand Crash is like the bread and butter, but it's like, you know, what about these other Sony games? What about these AAA things that they're pushing? What about that? Because you can be known for Crash, right? But would you rather be known for Crash and, you know, you hit that ceiling of people know who you are, but they're not fucking with you? Or would you rather be the, like I said, jack of all trades and everybody fucks with you? Because you're covering everything that everybody's doing. It's like how, who did that? Who did that? It's like how, for a perfect example, we all know him, Nappy, right? Nappy is big off of Pokemon. He's cultivated himself to have a Pokemon fan base. They watch him, right? But the moment he made that second channel, which is a variety of games, it's not just one thing. It's everything besides Pokemon, right? Yeah. So whoever decides from their main channel, his 400,000 subscriber channel, right? goes over to his big channel or his other channel that's at 100K right now. But at the time, it was literally at 0. And in that first day, it hit like 15,000 subscribers, right? Those 15,000 subscribers are the extra few to actually go over there and fuck with him. Those, like, you yourself have to cultivate that. You have to cultivate that following, because I don't care what anybody says. Anybody can be replaced on YouTube or on the internet to begin with. I can be the ROM hack guy today. I can be a nobody tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to put your personality out there, because not everybody's gonna fuck with you. Like there's times where it's like people, you know, see what you do, right? And there's always gonna be somebody better. There's always gonna be somebody bigger, in every shape, way, or form. But that's why you are a different individual yourself. You know, you bring yourself to the table and you're like, okay, this is what I can do. You know, everybody, when I was coming up, when we was coming up, because you used to do Pokemon back in the day too.
Yes, I did.
When we were coming up, everybody had
We
like
all
the
did Pokemon.
Yeah, everybody did Pokemon. When we came up, everybody did like the professional professional commentary. They tried to like make sure they wasn't cussing in their videos. You know, everybody was doing all this and that, and it was just playthroughs. All you had to do was get the news out early, and that was it. But now it's to the point where everything's so versatile. You have to become that jack of all trades. Otherwise, you'll be easily replaced. You know, whether it's your content, but nobody can replace your personality, which is why, you know, you go ahead and you do these extra avenues where it's like you take your YouTube, you take your Twitch, you take your Twitter, and you promote on all spans of social media, because you can stop making YouTube videos. That's fine, but you're still an influencer at one point. You're still an influencer at some point. You still have to sit there and make a name.
I thought we were still talking about Jeremiah. I wanted to let him talk.
Oh, I was.
Man.
I mean, he was still talking to me about it. He was just kind of expanding on the whole idea. But
yeah, it's all about back to the topic, I guess. It's all about knowing where you, I guess, fit in.
It's the niche. It's
it's a niche. Like,
it's what happened with me and Caleb. Like, me and Caleb were both kind of just floating around doing whatever, and then like one day we kind of both just sat here and decided, hey, let's talk about JoJo, for example. That's like the primary videos that we really make. And then it kind of just hit from there, like for both of us, really.
Yeah, and it gets a lot of views now.
To the point where like me and Caleb can branch out. Like me and Caleb can do Dragon Ball videos, and it gets the same amount of attention as the JoJo videos, which is a really good feeling. Knowing that, you know, we're both at that position, but like it was really just figuring out what worked and sticking with it.
Here's my 2 cents to it. I feel like people think too much tunnel vision of it.
Yeah.
They sit down, they make a certain type of content, and then they mentally feel like they're trapped in that content without even attempting anything else. They just sit there, they're like, all right, dude, I wanna, let's say, be a fucking Ratchet and Clank channel. God knows if that even exists. Just a solo Ratchet and Clank channel.
That would be the best thing ever.
Ratchet and Clank got some fire ass games, man.
That's the idea. All right, I'm out later.
They just sit there and they make one type of content, and in their mind the entire time they're making the content, all right, this does good, I don't want to do anything else because I don't want this to not do good. But what they don't understand is you need to do some things. This is gonna sound fucking idiotic.
No, I know exactly what you're about to say.
I think you need to do some things sometimes that don't do good, just to test the waters, because honestly you're gonna be in a constant circle loop in your mind, back and forth.
Exactly.
A what if, a what could, how could this be?
Yeah.
So the only way that you can genuinely figure it out
is if you take a risk.
Just
take a risk. Yeah. I want you to know.
I
want you to know. And I remember talking to like Mikey. I remember talking to Chase, and I talked to a couple people at PAX East this year. I was like, if you want to branch out, you have to let your channel quote unquote die. A lot of people don't know what that word means, by the way.
Maybe you shouldn't say die.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said quote unquote. A lot of people don't know what the word die means in terms of YouTube, in terms of just everything to begin with. Dying is where every video is decreasing. Everything is decreasing. It gets to a point where you're not even close to getting what you normally do in a regular video. Dying is when like the shit stops coming in completely, right? My thing is, if you are let's say 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, 10,000, 15,000, 20, you know, you still have time to mold your audience. You know, you still have time to take whatever it is that you like, whatever that you want to do, and put your own spin on it. Because like I said, like Nexus said, you know, it's all in your mental. You know, you can do whatever you want on YouTube. Don't let anybody sit there and tell you otherwise. You can either choose what works, or you can choose what you want to do. And if you have a personality, which I know everybody does, I feel like everybody on YouTube has a personality. It's just that they're not really good with I guess showing that. You know, they're really shy, they're really quiet, but like when you get to actually know people, they become like ecstatic. There's a lot of quiet people, you know, on YouTube or on internet, honestly, and even in real life. I know everybody's seen them, those quiet ass people, but then you get to know them and they end up being like the most social person there. Yeah. You know, and it's like, okay, you have to, in a way,
carry them out of their shit.
Yeah, you have to like make sure like what you want to do with your channel is what you like doing, not what works. Because if you want to do what works, you have no, I feel like if you want to do what works, you cannot complain about anything else.
Exactly. And I want to interrupt you for 1 second about what Caleb said a little while ago. He said, if people come to the for the game or the franchise, then you got to fix that. And I wholeheartedly agree with that, because that's exactly what I had to do.
I was actually going to say that as well.
That's true.
Because that's exactly what I had to do. Well, first of all, I ain't going to say to get rid of the Pokemon people, but
it's not going to happen.
We're about to go. We're about to take a trip down one of the darkest timelines of my channel. So after Neo X and Y, I got into this tangent to where I was feeling this game really, really hard.
I was feeling you really hard, nigga.
All right, man.
You saw that coming. You saw that coming. Come on, dog. You saw that coming, yo. You saw no. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Y'all saw that shit coming. Come on, man.
I was feeling Disney Infinity really, really hard. I was buying the figures, all that kind of stuff. I was putting it on my channel, but then it was just like, okay, well, everybody was telling me like, you gotta stop this, man. You gotta stop this. It's cool. It's cool to have a hobby. It's cool to play the game, but you can't put this shit on your channel, dog. And I was like, why not? Fuck that. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
I remember that vividly on Twitter, man. Oh my god.
But then as I was doing that, I was basically doing what Nick was saying. I was killing off my channel so that I could move into a different, genre.
My question for you. This is I'm sorry for interrupting, first of all. My question for you is, do you think that first of all, I already know you said yourself that you were like tired of Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody that has started the whole branch out wave has pretty much said the exact same thing, and you found your niche through Disney Infinity, and then all of a sudden you did like Dragon Ball, and then boom, Dragon Ball stuck. Do you feel like, and obviously this is going to be self-explanatory, and a lot of people are probably going to agree, and you're going to say yes to it, but I was going to say, to prove the point that Nexus made, do you think that doing that was key to getting to where you are now?
Yes.
Like taking that risk.
Because the thing is, I had to take the risk because I wasn't getting anywhere in Pokemon.
Right.
I mean, I could have gone somewhere in Pokemon, but I didn't want to. Pokemon was definitely not one of the things I wanted to pursue.
Right.
At first, I mean, yeah, it was fine. I'll be the first to admit, I was on the Nappy wave, and when Nappy first started blowing up, I was like, because he went from Call of Duty to Pokemon, just like me.
That's what a lot of people did that.
A lot of new people came from Nappy.
I know.
No, they came from Call of Duty.
Most of the people who went from Call of Duty to Pokemon, they pretty much got themselves some really good traction, especially A-Drive. Game Boy Luke, Twit, all of them came from Call of Duty. At that same time, I was just like, I was trying to follow the herd. So I was like, because I didn't want to get left behind. So I started doing Pokemon and shit, and like, I learned a lot of shit. I learned a whole lot of shit. But at the same time, I was just like, after Oris, it was super dry for me. It wasn't interesting. I was not having fun. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have fun on my channel. And that's pretty much where the breaking point is for everybody. You gotta have fun on your channel in order to get to where you want to get to. So then Dragon Ball came along, No. Before it was Dragon Ball, before it was deep into Dragon Ball, it was the 3DS shit.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Because Fusions popped off first, and then it was the 3DS.
I wouldn't say that either. I think what encouraged all of us to branch out was how good the Xenoverse videos were doing. Where we were just having fun. We were just having like, because we would stream Xenoverse, we would like record and upload videos, and it was all of us playing. We did endless lobbies for days, and we made like 15-minute videos, all of us going back and forth, just playing the game. It was fun, you know? And then the fact that we uploaded it and it did so well, and we're Pokemon channels at the time, it's like, oh shit, wait a minute, huh? So I think seeing that potential, you know, is kind of like geared everybody.
Here's what it is for me, right? Here's what it is for me, right? I think, and it's not to like really like be like, oh well, I'm cool or some shit. I really branched out really before anybody else did. I did it even before I met a majority of people. I like since like day one, like 2012, I'd be uploading Naruto Storm 2 videos, screaming like fucking Rakage.
He actually, I want you guys to know, he's actually not lying. He showed me that he showed me some unlisted videos from like 4 or 5, 6 damn years ago, and I was just like, what the hell? Next was a squeaker back in the day.
I was a little kid. I was a little kid with an insanely awkward, deep voice. It was like the contemplated awkward, deep voice. I would put the camera on my like TV, and this is when like flat screens are starting to become cool. So I was bragging that I had one, and I'll be out here playing ranked on a Storm 2. I was never strictly just a PokeTuber. I've been branched out since day one, and I think what really solidified that is when I wanted to take this thing seriously. The first serious game I branched out with was J-Stars. I went hard on that game.
These are facts.
Oh yeah, J-Stars was.
I bought a new laptop. I bought a new Elgato, and I bought all every little equipment that I needed to do. I got the game ported, bro. I did everything that I possibly could to then get.
Play that game a lot.
And then I went to PAX East that same year. I come back and my niggas at my house play through the entire fucking game, dude.
Yo, I remember that. Nexus comes back and he's like, "Yo, guess what happened?" And we're like, "What?" And he's
unfortunately,
like, he starts playing through, and we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, my brother played through the rest of the story modes while I was gone."
Unfortunately for me, my branch out was like literally at Xenoverse. Like when we were, I remember like the first time we got it, I literally was like live streaming and we had like 300-400 some people. It got to the point now where it's like people look forward to like the actual other content than they do the Pokemon stuff. They still watch both, but it's like when something new like comes out, or like something like anime like Dragon Ball or Naruto, it's like, oh hey, I'ma fuck with this, you know? So it's like I appreciate that more than anything. But back to the topic, you know, I feel like taking sacrifices and risk is definitely something that you need to do to be anywhere near successful in YouTube. A perfect example, real talk, is Shino, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like Shino was a Pokemon channel at one point, up to like 11K, and he wasn't really pulling the views like that. He left for like a little bit. He wasn't.
He transitioned. I was gonna say the first example that I actually did in the squad was Noel.
Oh, Noel too, dog. Wait a minute.
Noel is actually the best example. He went to about like 100K, and literally once he had 100K, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a different avenue of it. And I think, like, to even go bigger in it onto that, it shows that really, like last year, this year, kind of like the past 2016, 2017, has really shown that the interest in viewers isn't necessarily gaming anymore. You see all these channels blowing up. What gaming channels blowing up? Tell me. You can't, because there is no gaming channel blowing up like that. The channels that have been insanely blowing up are channels that do, you know, obviously outside of the drama shit, but like actual like content that isn't gaming. You know what I mean? There'll be like discussion videos, theory videos, fact videos, top 5s, top 10s, even the Pokemon community. What actual Pokemon channel blew up from Sun and Moon the game?
Nobody.
Hardly any.
Nobody.
It was the concept of the game.
It was it was
the
before,
vision of the game.
Yeah.
The little news that we would know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
So
a lot of channels did blow up off of the top 5s and little discussion videos before
top 5
the game.
discussion.
Look at Supra.
Supra's one of the best examples.
Another thing with Sun and Moon, I'll throw in my 2 cents. Another thing with Sun and Moon that didn't compare to Oris or X and Y is that come X and Y,
nobody was a YouTuber.
The condensation of PokeTubers, quote unquote, was very little. And
No,
now
it
all of a
was
sudden Sun and
solidified
Moon-
through X and Y, yeah.
I mean, it was solidified through X and Y, but now Sun and Moon, everybody is a PokeTuber now with CBS wireless streaming.
Yeah.
When everybody creates Pokemon content, you know, I remember watching Pokemon Let's Plays during X and Y times before I had a capture card. And now all of a sudden I don't have time to watch that content because I'm making it myself. So when everybody's making it, no one really wants to watch the same thing that they're recording over and over and over again.
Right, because everybody's a YouTuber
very
now.
minimal growth off of the straight game as opposed to theories, top fives, you know, explanation videos.
I mean, honestly, for me, what I did was, obviously, I'm a Let's Player, so I definitely did do my, Let's Play, right? But a lot of those views on my Let's Plays didn't come until after I uploaded those tutorial, like, how-to videos, because those promoted, the actual playthrough in itself, because it's like, yo, how to get so and so, or how to get this item or that item, and I would like annotate it and link the actual playthrough, and those in turn would be the ones, or be the games or the videos that would essentially blow up, and those would be the ones that promoted the Let's Play. So I didn't get the views that everybody was expecting until after those videos went live, because everybody was looking for how-tos and stuff like that, and not everybody was doing it at the time. I had the game like for like 2 weeks early. Shout out to Nintendo, by the way. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Mikey.
Huh?
Wait, what? That had nothing. You just want to put yourself in, didn't you, my nigga? You just want to put yourself in, bro.
But no, so the thing about that is I guess find your own lane, take risk, and do what you want to do what you enjoy, because you don't want to be that nigga and just hating everything.
Can I mention something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was holding it in for a while, but
trying to hold you in, nigga. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
that's so gay.
He just brushes it off, bro. A couple of things actually. Shout out to Caleb. That same night when we were actually talking, I remember him asking me again. Like, he actually asked me, do I see myself as that guy that still likes Crash or whatever? And I'm still gonna do content, and some of my viewers are actually at your stream, by the way, so
hey,
y'all know
everybody.
what I'm talking about. I might have mentioned this, but if I didn't, well, I'm gonna say it now. I feel like I did my job. There were people that did what I did back then, but they were extremely obscure channels. But in terms of what I did, I don't really think I can replicate, you know, what's
like that hype or the feel of it,
the hype of just something be resurrected again,
right? Because, I mean, at that point, you just gotta we told you this. I think me, Nexus, and Caleb all told you this. At this point now, Crash is back. You know, he's back, and we're gonna be expecting another game within the next 2 years. You know, so now for you, since you have pretty much stuck with him up until now, or you're still gonna stick with him, but obviously now being the recent, obviously, it's like now that he's back, it's like, what else are you gonna do? Like, what can you do now? So that's what I told you. Now is a good time to go ahead and branch out, because he's back now. Crash is back. The games did amazing.
It's a little strange, because as he was coming back, I was still branching out. So it's not like, I mean,
it's not sudden, it's not new. So you can just do that. Just keep elaborating on that and just keep going. That's all it is.
That's why I've been doing music, and as well as like talking about other things. Like recently, I've done. I was talking, like, I remember what you're telling me about, like, being a Sony tuber or whatever, and I did a video discussing, like,
Dog, I want you to know, to this day, you and Jammer still have the most potential ever to, like, actually be something. I just need y'all to, like, stop being bitches and actually do it. I will say it. I will always say that.
How am I being a bitch, though?
Because you're not doing it, nigga.
Yes, I have. I've done
now.
Better, it's better late.
Better late than never. You're right. You got it.
You can't really complain about that. But yeah, in terms of that, I'm still trying to grow more off of other shit.
Well, that's just all that comes down to, is just growth at this point. So I think we've pretty much had like a longer conversation than I thought it was going to.
Also, I don't live in the UK. Somebody mentioned that. I live in Baltimore, Maryland.
No, I think I was gonna say. Wait a minute. Is you trying to say Omari and Jeremiah sound alike? Speak.
We really don't.
I could.
They don't.
We don't all kind of sound like Omari.
Real talk, Omari does look like Jeremiah with a more out there mustache though. It's a fact, dog.
I told him that.
He does.
No, that's actually
Omari's mustache is like out there more than anything.
That's actually how me and him met. Craig tweeted this screenshot of Omari from this update video he did. His head was like tilted back, and it looked like he had a mohawk, but he didn't. And his face structure from that angle,
it looks exactly like you. Exactly.
And it was fucking scary, and it was so weird. But yeah, that's.
Well, now that we've all had our share of conversation, actually, there was all over the place. By the way.
That was.
I was gonna say something.
It went from.
I saw something in the chat.
It went from school to to YouTube to some other shit. I think now that we've hit like the hour mark, It's not closing time, but like for the next like 2 maybe 5 minutes, we're gonna be taking questions from the live chat.
Right, that works. Nick, I actually saw something while we were talking earlier about this, right?
Wait. I gotta do the promo. We're gonna be doing questions. Okay, we're gonna do questions from the live chat. And when it gets reverted to a playback on YouTube, if you're watching this far, if you're watching anywhere, definitely be sure to, like I said, hit the thumbs up and let us know in the comment section below topics you would like to see discussed on the actual podcast. And obviously we're gonna have our own things, and then we could put yours in like the last 5 minutes, and then that's pretty much going to be it. So in the chat, comments, and then there you go. Kami, go ahead.
Okay, so like what I was gonna say, because I saw it as like somebody typed this in the chat earlier when we were talking about the whole branching out thing before we started talking about this, and some guy asked a question and he was like, "Oh, so what did you say the best option for like doing Pokemon now is to do Pokemon and something else?" My thing with that, because like when we talk about a lot of people doing Pokemon, because like okay, I'm not gonna say like we were the only people doing shit back before X and Y came out, but like okay, like let's take like our group. We'll take niggas like Shofu, Leroy, Chugakan, right? Like those big people that were already doing Pokemon. And then like before like the big influx of everybody doing Pokemon came in, it all came down to everybody doing their own thing with it. And like the thing is, even if you want to do Pokemon now, don't sit here and think that you can't do it because other people do it. The thing is, like we talked about doing the discussion and analysis and even doing a playthrough. The playthroughs obviously may or may not. It always just depends. You could just get really lucky and you could just boom off of it. But like it always comes down to you and your personality, because again, everybody can sit here and do it. But it's like the thing that makes people stay to channels, and like how Mikey brought up, how Caleb mentioned that people should come to the channel not for the content that you make, but like for you. The whole thing with that is you need to make sure that you can establish your personality that people fuck with, and like something that people like about you, so that they actually like.
If you're excited about something, be fucking excited.
Yeah. My thing is you gotta establish like people are, no matter what anybody says, people are going to come to your channel for the content. But you have to establish through your content the person you are, and that is the best way to grow an actual fan base.
Yes.
So there you go.
Someone in the chat was asking, will there be a group Let's Play in the future between you?
A group Let's Play? You know what's really funny?
Wait till screen comes out on.
No. You know what's really funny? We were actually at one point going to do a tag log.
The ODS tag.
The ODS tag log. We were gonna do an ODS tag log. So I mean, you may see it in the future.
Pokemon sucks, so yeah.
That kind of.
How long ago was that?
That
That was a long ass time ago.
It was actually, but I mean, Chase, do you want to answer the one that you got?
I mean, I can bring it up and everybody else can touch on it, but the question was, what are the best ways to network through YouTube and Twitch without going to a con?
Twitter.
Let Chase do this.
Twitter.
Chase got clout.
No, Chase, you do your thing, big dog. Do your thing, G.
Okay. Chase got clout. Hold up.
Crimson C Cloud. All right, no. So the best way to like network.
I'm changing my name to that right now.
You might as well. So the best way that I've found through networking through things like Twitch and stuff, I'm gonna try to word this without tripping over my own words. Finding other types of content that you yourself are interested in that, you know, you can support, you can talk about on stream, and then I've found their success in, you know, people look at it as like, oh, there's a raid, oh, there's a host, and it's like, almost like a norm for people to either always do it or not do it, but it's also an opportunity for you to branch out and introduce your viewers to other streamers. And other streamers take that as a big deal. I know anytime that like Nick raids me or hits me with a host or vice versa, it's like, oh, hey, thanks for like quite a large viewing. Welcome out, guys. You know, Nick was doing Persona 5. I'd be doing Shiny Hunting or Overwatch or vice versa, something like that. And it was a good way for us to kind of, it was a conversation starter, you know, hey, man, if you guys weren't already friends, talk to them about that, getting to know them. Same thing with YouTube. If you find somebody's content who you enjoy, you know, make sure that you let them know about that. Reach out to them on Twitter and just, even if they don't respond, even if you just tweet at them.
I was gonna say, I was literally just gonna elaborate on that. Like Twitter is so important to social media. It's Twitter's free as fuck. If honestly, even if they don't respond, as long as you're like hitting up these guys that you want to talk to, they see your shit. I don't care what anybody says, unless they're not on Twitter every single day. Nobody's mentions is popping like that. Facts.
Exactly.
That's
unless they're a celebrity, then you know that's how that works. But still,
you know, if you're trying to collab with Kanye, though, you know, you might want to.
Right. See, I kind of want to touch on that for a second. Collaborations, because those are big. Because there are a lot of people who ask for collaboration. So my thing is, collaborating with somebody, you have to have synergy. You have to be interesting, and you have to like, you know, you have to have it's kind of like you just can't go into like a collaboration with somebody you don't know.
Yeah, you can't promote nobody that doesn't like really rock with you like that, because then they're gonna want to see more. Everybody wants to see more. You know.
Not even that, because it could just be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's awkward as hell.
Unbalanced.
That's why you see stuff like
that's
Nick
honestly,
and Nexus,
I'm gonna say that's why like that's real talk. Why I only do majority of my stuff with Nexus, because don't get me wrong, I'm friends with a lot of people, but I don't really know how that works well. You know, how that works well in a video format. Because we can sit here, we can have conversations, but it's like, can those conversations happen while we're recording a video, or can we be the same goofy niggas that we are in calls, or just regular talking to each other, but on these videos as well? Because it's nothing to grab some random guy and be like, yo, let's collab. I promote you, you promote me. We do this little awkward ass, fake ass 10-minute video, and then boom. But it's one thing to do an entire series with somebody that you know like that, which is why me and Nexus can go like an entire year, do like 4 or 5 co-ops and be fine. You know, people. So it's all about like collaborating with people, not being so shy to honestly start a conversation. You have to understand, and this is coming from a overall general standpoint, not everybody is going to respond to you. Not everybody has to. Nobody has to respond to anything they don't want to. So if you're just out there just constantly plugging them, they'll see you as annoying. That's fine. That's whatever. But there's always going to be somebody that sees that as a friendly gesture and would reach out to you and give it like a week or two. Just make yourself known in that person's mentions, whether it's somebody, if it's quote unquote, if that's your senpai, let them know like, yo, I'm trying to be with you, my guy, come through. Like,
a good example of that, Nick, is how Lotus got close to like Rhyme and them. Like he was just talking to them on Twitter, and then they just eventually just you
eventually get added to the group. Like it's all about not being a thirsty ass person.
Fact, don't be kissing ass.
Omari,
don't be a kiss ass. Don't be an attention whore. Just be cool, man.
Another thing, that's real talk.
Another thing about collabs.
I'm trying to kiss ass. I don't care. I'm eating that motherfucker. Huh?
Another thing about it is you need to understand that if an example, 250 subscriber YouTube channels are just talking to each other like, hey, collab, man, and they're like, yeah, let's collab. It's another thing too when people treat YouTube and Twitch as a business, and somebody asks you for some sort of collaborative project. They treat it like a business. I have fun with what I do. YouTube and Twitch is work for me. That is a business. If someone just shoots me a tweet and says, hey man, you want to collab? No. If you send me an email through the business email that every person has in their Twitter account or Twitch or whatever, and you have an actual proposition for a collaborative project on how I can work and grow a business, I'm a thousand times more interested.
You gotta bring something to the table, man. You gotta be something. You gotta bring something to the table.
I can't just go to some huge PokeTuber and say, "Hey, man, let's do a Let's Play." But what I can do is say, "I have an idea. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I have to offer in return."
Exactly.
This is what would inevitably bring to me and my business.
Yo, Chase needs to write a book.
I'm gonna say Chase got it.
Chase got the clout.
Just be yourself, man. Yeah, fuck with this shit trying to be cool, man. Basically with that whack shit, people try too hard to pull off this persona on YouTube. That's literally the largest reason why I hardly use my Twitter, because people be fake all the time. Just be yourself, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, I be in them DMs.
I got a question from Cyndaquil.
Hey, hello?
He says, Nick, let's say someone who makes pretty good artwork posts speed paint drawings on YouTube. Do you think it'll be easy for that person to get tons of views just by posting them? Honestly, real talk.
Use social media.
Use social media, because I've seen a lot of artists, including my friends, that do GFX and artwork, and they upload it to their Twitters and their like Instagrams, for example, and they share with their friends, you know, oh hey guys, I did this, let me know if it's good or not, and if it's good, be like, yo guys, can you like retweet or can you like share this, let people know, get your you know, ask your friends, because if you're just doing art, you know, it's nothing to get commissions, you just gotta like word of mouth. It's just word of mouth. Yeah. We have like 3 people in our group. We have like Andy, Dev, Seth, even Lek. Whenever they got some GFX, you know, they got some stuff that they want to do, or they need like some money, you know, they be like, oh, can y'all like, this is my portfolio, this is what I do, can y'all like retweet this for us? And it's nothing but a little click, my nigga. Like, it's nothing but a click. You have to like use social media to your advantage, because just uploading YouTube drawings or just uploading drawings to YouTube isn't enough.
It's funny that you mentioned that too, because like earlier on the timeline, I saw a tweet from Butch Hartman, you know, the guy that does Fairly Odd Parents. He was talking about like art, and he did like a drawing, and he was like, the only way you're gonna get your art out there is if you put it out there. You can't sit here and expect it to get anywhere if you don't try to promote yourself.
Exactly.
And real talk, right? Like, I follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, like, the biggest thing. Okay.
Cut out.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, hell no.
So I follow a lot of people from like artist Twitter, and I think like the biggest thing in order to like, you know, help yourself like grow, like get your presence out there, is like just get involved with that community. Like they do like hashtags all the time.
Hashtags are important.
Yeah, and those hashtags, like it will get your name out there so fast. Because if your art is good, people will flock to you. Like period. You will get the retweets, you will get the likes, and people will follow you, and people will want to see more.
Exactly. So it's all about just getting out there. If you really like Kami said, if you really want your stuff to get out there, you have to take that initiative and put it on everything social media. You have to use hashtags. If it's good, it'll flock. If it's not, then you keep working towards it. You know, don't ever get discouraged, because there's always room for growth when it comes to something like creating something, whether it's YouTube or art. You know, it's all about just getting better.
Yeah, it's just self-improvement.
Cyndaquil actually mentioned, I don't know if you're she or he, excuse me, but the person said, I mean, I post speed paints on my YouTube page, my DeviantArt page, my Tumblr page, and my Twitter. I mean, even if I don't get much attention on them, I still do them since I like them. Well, I think what you have to consider is the fact that you're only one person, and you might need to, instead of just forcing yourself to put it more on social media outlets, you have to ask for assistance from somebody.
There's nothing wrong for asking for help. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
My grandmother, she used to tell me a lot that I shouldn't like to never depend on people or whatever, and I've had that mindset for a long time, but now I kind of opened up to a kind of I have more of a open mind to the situation now, and I realize that in order to like get through certain things within life, you're gonna
need help.
Yeah, you're gonna need help. You gotta set pride aside.
There's an extent to like how many things you can actually do by yourself before you actually need input from somebody else.
Exactly. So it's
like, as long as you're doing something good on like your part, like that's great and all. Like even if you're like not getting as much growth as you want, but like I say, like keep at it. Cause like I have the same problem sometimes too. Like me personally, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, and like I know I shouldn't feel like that because I am, but like, you know, it's like it's weird because you see people around you that maybe do better. Like they're like, you know, a lot of people, I guess, because like me and Jeremiah are like, what? Jeremiah, you're 19 now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremiah's 19, I'm 18, right? So we're still fairly young. And like, I know like a lot of people that watch and stuff are also like, you know, teenagers. They're like our age. We're just now like getting into life and shit. Cause like, you know, Nick and Nexus are a little older. Mikey's a dad and stuff. But like, you know, when it comes to us doing stuff like that, when it comes to us doing stuff like that,
Mikey trying to slide in some DMs, you feel me? Like, you ain't got to know about the kids, you little whore, you feel me? Yeah.
Oh, when it comes to like us like trying to do stuff, you know, it always feels like, I mean, some people just like kind of excel in this field and they don't have the same problem, but for the most part, a lot of us kind of feel like we're not doing anything. And I know it's not as easy as just being like, oh, you just have to not feel like that, because like that can be difficult for some people, but you got to really try and strive to push that to the side and just keep doing what you like and really just like try to push it as much as you can. Because again, even if people around you are growing at a faster rate or it seems like they're doing better, that shouldn't stop you or discourage you. If anything, you should use that as like an elevation for yourself. Yeah, you should like use that to push yourself. Like, okay, like my example, right? I'm about to hit 6,000 subscribers. Caleb just hit like 20K like a week ago, right? I'm proud for him. I want to strive for that. I'm not going to sit here and be upset with myself because I'm not at 20K when he just hit 20K. When I know I can get there, I just got to keep going for it. So like, it's the same with anybody else, you know, like Afro's thing. He's like, if you think pennies, you get pennies. If you think dollars, get dollars, or whatever his like thing is, you know, that's just like the mindset to it. You have to have that thought in your head and stick to it. And consistency can be a problem. I know personally for me, consistency was an issue for a long time. But it's just something that you just got to keep going for, and eventually it'll form, because habits, habits form from consistency. You just got to keep doing it. Just keep telling yourself every day when you wake up, I'm going to do this, like Nick was saying. You know, you can have a day where you wake up and you say, I'm going to sit down and record 3 or 4 videos. And then you'll sit down and you'll record those 3 or 4 videos, and you'll sit down, edit them, and then you'll schedule them out for the week. And then you're free for the rest of the week. You can do whatever you want. But you can sit down and take the next day and say, all right, I'm going to do 3 or 4 more videos. And then you keep going, and that consistency just builds.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, it's just because you were coming.
I was like this. Can this back to the last thing? Can this back to the last
I'm trying to say shit for an hour.
Yo.
You know what? I don't care, dog. Talk again. I swear I'll bang till you black out. Just keep.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my fucking god.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so another thing I was gonna say is that yes, I agree with Kami. You should keep going until you find your niche, because it is gonna take time. Because you know, beggars can't be choosers, and also try not to use. It's natural as a human being to feel some type of way, but while you feel that type of way, you should also acknowledge the fact that that doesn't solidify like the truth. How you feel does not solidify what's actually
like the reality
on the other
of
side of reality. Yeah, on the other side of reality. So you have to just think. That's it.
You got
just
it.
Think.
Nexus.
Yo, what were you gonna say, Nexus?
What you want to say?
Fucking bitch.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
Let him talk. Just let him go.
Here's what I was gonna say. Here's what I was gonna say. Right after Kami's monologues,
hey man,
Jeremiah saying the same goddamn shit for 30 minutes, dude. Fuck you, niggas.
Yo, that's just square up. Let's go.
But no, I'm telling you, I feel like it's skewed, dude. People always try to do this YouTube shit. They're like, yo, I'm gonna try and be this, I'm gonna try and be that. Yo, stop being stupid. I swear to God, I'll fuck you. Stop being stupid. Literally, just be yourself. Niggas just do not get it, dude. Oh, niggas can't be choosers, niggas can't be choosers. Nigga, don't beg. Don't beg, or I'll bust in your throat. Just literally hold up.
Just someone stop him.
If you actually be yourself, you will see the success. And also something that somebody was talking about earlier about how I want to start making content on this. I want to start making content on that. You're not. Don't do that. First off, that's the worst advice anybody can give you. Don't do that. You don't want to have the mindset of I'll make content on this, I'll make content on that, because the people are only gonna come for this or that, dude. Just make content. Just stop calling it I'm gonna make content for this and that, dude. Just say you're gonna make content overall in general.
That's the whole purpose
for you.
Of being a content
creator. Yeah, start making content, dog. Don't you dare start talking to me. You talk for an hour.
I was going to help. I was going to help you, nigga.
Bro, what help? What help?
No,
Please, just let him go. Just let him go.
Let's just go. We gotta end this off anyway. We gotta end this off anyway.
I'm trying to talk for a fucking hour, man.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. So a lot of issues that a lot of channels have that I've been seeing, especially recently, right? They try to do this whole, thing where it's like, I'm gonna make content on this, I'm gonna make content on that. Example, they try to make content off of like, I don't know, water parks or some shit like that. But they're like a roller coaster channel, some shit like that.
Come on, maybe kind of nice.
Shit like that, dude. You just can't, because then you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna get this whole new audience that is going to come just for this specific content, and then you're trapped. You bitch about it, and honestly, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care at all. So it's like you did it to yourself. So honestly, you can't blame anybody from a viewer perspective to care. You did it to yourself. So literally, you cannot sit there, wake up, write it down, and be like, I'm gonna make content on all of this, dude. I'm on my grind. I hate that fucking word, dude. Everyone's always gonna be all like, I'm on my grind. I'm working hard. I think people are fucking stupid, dude. Check this, right? I'll be completely real right now. I'll be completely real right now.
Go off, G.
I do not work hard. I'm telling you right now, I do not. I know some people may tweet at me be like, "Oh, you're such a hard worker." No, I do not work hard. I'm a brains nigga. I work smart. That's what it is, dude. That's what it is too. Some people always be all like, "Oh, bro, I just recorded 9 videos. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed." A viewer will tweet, "Oh, you're such a hard worker." No, dude. You gotta work smart. I record 4 videos a day, and then in the next 3 days, I'll record 3 videos a day, dude. I'm not gonna be out here stressing myself out, overworking. You have to work smart, all right? It depends on what you record, what you make for yourself, so that people come for you. You don't sit there and make content, so then you get all these new people coming for this content,
right?
And then you're gonna be trapped. You're back to where you started, dude. You're literally back to where you started because now you're trapped in something else that you may regret.
Right.
That's fucking good. There it is. I got it off. I've been trying to say that for an hour, dude. I got it off.
Thanks.
That was it. You gotta
it.
work smart. That's it. Yeah.
Well, all right then. So with that being said, I'm gonna answer one more question. Then we're gonna end it off right here. Jin, you asked when I finish a project or a series on the channel, what sort of input or motivation do I look at, or who do I talk to when you want to do a new series on the channel? Honestly, and this is something that a lot of people really have to learn to do. When I finish a playthrough, when I'm done with a project on the channel, first of all, plan your shit out, and instead of being lazy as shit, talking about what you want to do, just do it. I've been telling everybody this for the longest. Don't think about how.
That's the only thing you
don't think about how it's gonna turn out. Just think about how you want it to turn out. And if the results of it do piss poor, then it does piss poor. If it does good, it does good. But you as a content creator, there's no reason why you should sit here and stress over numbers. You know, because you have to understand that people have that freedom. There's viewers that don't have to watch or give a fuck about what you're putting out there, you know? So it's like understanding that and accepting that for what it is, and just doing what you want to do. Just do it. Like literally just do it. That's pretty much all that I kind of go at YouTube and Twitch, instead of me sitting here talking about what I want to do. And I have my friends here to thank for this. You know, whenever I talk about what I want to do and I'm just being mad lazy, everybody sits there like, yo, then go fucking do it. Shut the fuck up and go. They actually cuss at me to go do it. And I'm like, okay, let me get up. And then everybody here can attest to this. Whenever I'm like lazy as shit and they tell me like, yo, do this. And I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Go record.
We yell at you.
Oh, I don't want to record. I don't want to record. Go record. Okay, bet. And the moment I press that record button, that's when you get whatever you see in the videos.
This nigga turns into Drake from the Sprite commercial.
I do. Like you have to, you really have to. First of all, surround yourself with people that really want to see you work hard and do good. And you have to get in your head and be like, yo, do it. Just do it, because nobody else is gonna do it. The world is gonna pass on without you. What the fuck are you going to do for yourself, nigga? Just do it. You are like more than likely.
I think that whole surrounding yourself by like-minded people is overrated.
I mean, it just sounds like you're stupid if you're gonna be surrounded by people that aren't like motivated, but then you don't do shit. It's like,
This
bro,
is true. This is true.
Like, bring
This is
yourself
true.
first.
Yeah,
I
this
look
is
at it
actually,
more
he's
of
right.
like
You gotta
Yeah.
keep a couple wild cards in the squad.
Is learning how to edit important for a channel? Yes, and that is where we're gonna end it. That's where we're gonna end it. That's where we're gonna before we go on these long ass rants. I know everybody has to go stream and do their own little nightly things. So with that being said, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to the first episode, that came and followed, that came and subscribed, that came and asked questions, that participated in the discussions.
Shout out to the goons.
Shout out to everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, there was a lot of followers. We kept it consistent,
Everybody.
like 200 people in here. That was pretty good.
Everybody that
Yeah.
was here, thank you guys so much for coming out. We'll see you guys next week. If you guys don't know, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're waiting till the playback goes back live, literally in the description section below, there's the actual official Twitter. Is going to come up on the ending screen for the podcast. Definitely go be sure to peep those to see like wherever, like change the schedule, all that extra stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube, everybody's that's been a part of the discussion will be linked in the description section below. Go check them out. They all do content. If not content, they all are, like I said, if you see any of us tweeting at them, you know who they are.
Yo, can I say one last
You
thing?
have one more thing!
For your viewers, for your viewers. Depending on the topics that we talk about, do not expect everyone to be here. That's why this one was so all over the place, because
This was the first one.
It's a pilot.
Exactly.
Pilot episode.
Oh yeah.
Download my mixtape.
What the hell?
All right.
What the hell?
Get your ass out of here.
What the hell?
Come on, bro.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this.
Come on,
I hate him so
Nah,
much.
he's muted.
Anyway, if you're watching this on Twitch, definitely thank you so much for the questions. Like I said, near the last 5-10 minutes of every podcast, we'll be taking followers in the chat, their questions and answering them on stream. And if you're on YouTube, definitely be sure to leave suggested topics and also questions that we can go back and while we're like live streaming this and while we're recording it, that we can go back and then I guess answer here and there. So with that being said, from me to everybody, and I'm pretty sure everybody here, thank you guys so much for making the first episode a success. Honestly, I'm actually really proud. I was actually really nervous about this, but we're good. We're fine. So with that being said, talk to you guys later. Bye.